How y'all doing out there? Y'all chime on in, chime on in. It's another Wednesday night, 8 p.m. with the Hams. This is the Ham Show, y'all. Come on in.
Come on in. Hump day.
What's up, Chris? Chris in the building. Hopefully y'all can hear us really well out there.
Yeah. Let us know.
This look like my baby over there fiddling.
I got the fiddle. That's just what I do.
Can y'all hear us both out there? If you can hear us both, let us know. You know, sometimes audio don't act like it's supposed to act.
Yay.
We're gonna
Chris is in the building.
Give a couple minutes for people to chime on in.
Well, while y'all doing that, I guess I'll introduce myself. My name is Treasure Cheltenham, and I am one of the Hams.
I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the Hams, and you are watching
The Ham Show.
You're watching the Ham Show, y'all. Y'all chime on in every weekend.
Wednesday.
Not weekend, but every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
At
good.
8
We
p.m.
both sound good out there.
Hump day. What you got in the cup? Aquafina. How was your day today?
It was fine. It was okay.
Yeah.
Mark Jones in the building. What's up? Thank you for the like.
Jones.
Chris, thank you for the like.
Go ahead, like, share, tell a friend. Chime on in every Wednesday at 8 p.m. live right here on the Ham Show with myself and Mr. Sean Cheltenham himself, one of the Hams up in the building. You dig? I'm trying to preserve my voice this week.
It says, no, your name is...
Your name is crazy.
What name?
Whose name is crazy? The Hams?
Whose name is crazy?
Who? What? Who? What? Tell us, Chris.
But yeah, the easy day today, slow today. It was nice, slow. He said treasure, haha. He said your name is
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
All I know is my eyes are dry and I hate it right now. So if you see me blinking a lot, that's what's going on. Put on kind of drops and blink 37s and 92s and whatever else that shit's called.
Oh, yeah?
In my eye, and it ain't working.
Okay. Well, tonight's show is going to be interesting, I guess. She's going to be blinking.
Hella blinking.
If she's blinking a lot, it's not because I'm beating on her. It's just because her eyes hurt. So, you know.
You think people would believe that if I said that you were beating on me? You think they would believe it?
I highly doubt that, but yeah. I mean, there is some crazy people out there that might think I beat on you. But, you know, fuck them. What up, Sincere in the building?
Sincere's in the building.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What you mean, Chris? What happened with what? You gotta be more specific. You know, I don't see.
You said your eyes was hurting. You want to know what's wrong with your eyes?
Oh, my contacts are dry. I've had my contacts in my eyes a little bit too long, and probably should have just took them out. But I don't want to be squinting trying to see what y'all saying.
Y'all just now chiming on in.
That any damn way.
What's the topic tonight, man? What are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about bag ladies and bag boys.
Bag ladies?
Yeah.
What is that?
Talking about emotional
you got to lay out
damage.
a monologue so I can chime on in.
A monologue?
Yeah.
On the scene?
Yeah, on site, on scene. You capable?
You told Harpo to beat me.
No, a monologue about what we talking about.
I love Harpo.
He said, I'm a teddy bear.
God knows I do.
He said, yo eyes.
But I'll kill him dead before I let him.
Get that, Isaac?
I was doing my monologue and you just not even going.
That ain't the monologue I was asking for.
You got to be more specific. See what I'm saying?
He said, I'm good. Just been working like crazy. Had been able to log on. been either still at work or sleep. We understand.
No, I have not got LASIK yet. I
Was that
am.
an L? I said Isaac.
I was like, what? Who's Isaac?
Did you get Isaac? I'm like, who's
No, I
Isaac?
haven't got it yet. I have to plan it out because I have to stop wearing my contacts for like 30 days, which is not a big problem. The only problem is I can't find my glasses. So I don't know what I did with my glasses. Therefore, I can't stop wearing my contacts. So, I mean, I could. My vision is 20/30. So, yes, I can drive. I can still see. It's just things are blurry. So, and I'll be doing this.
She don't see that good.
I don't see that good right now. It's blurry right now because I put them drops in and I not really. Yeah, it's time to take these things out.
Well,
You been working hard since here. You ain't been working hard.
he said, "Oh gosh, Treasure, you sound like me." LOL.
Yeah, you gotta put that shit up there for real because I ain't even trying to read it from over here. I'm legally blind.
POP.
Hold it down.
Holding it down. Nigel North.
631 Riggers in the building.
I'm legally blind.
Oh man, Nigel, why? I thought your ass was supposed to be on this show on mining.
We ain't talking about work.
Where you been at? I'm watching you. Emotional damage.
Yeah, can you get to the?
I'm emotionally damaged right now.
We're good. Tell them about it.
Tell him, Poppy. Tell him, Poppy. We gonna talk about it. He said, what they say? This was a brutal summer, hotter than hell. They beat the hell out. Yeah, it was. That's because you're white, Chris. Emotional
we ain't
damage.
talking about work.
Right, not today. Emotional damage, man. So like, or emotional damage, emotional baggage. It's all kind of one and the same. Like Erica Badu's song "Bag Lady." People thought, what do people think that meant anyway? What do you? It actually mean like you bring in baggage to your relationship.
Yeah, I mean, how many people on the show tonight has even heard that we talking about that? Like, even heard that song?
Right. I mean, well, this is our age bracket for it. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, people. But the thing I think that people have, the question that they ask is going through some of the shit that people go through in relationships, whether it's a family relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, friendship, whatever that may be. They go through a bunch of emotional shit, right? They bring all this baggage into a relationship from another relationship or from years of past trauma. And they think that they can't, that they can't start fresh. So it's like, how do you cope with that? How do you begin to even ask yourself, or where do you start with that is the question.
Probably therapy, right? I mean, therapists gonna know better than
everybody can't make it to a therapist though.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
If you got time to get better, you gotta take that time. You take time to eat. You take time to go to the gym. So you gotta take time to go.
True that for your mental health. I've had people say things that
Sincere say he's still in therapy from the past trauma.
Man, I've had people say things that they don't hear how it sounds out loud because in their head and in their mind it's correct, but you can tell that it's just extreme emotional trauma, like to the point where it's like, damn, did you hear what you just said? So what I'll do is I'll ask specific questions based on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like depending like certain situations, but I'll ask them, well, why do you feel like you need to do that? And it always ends up with them being kind of quiet and silent and just going, I don't know. Because I feel like it. Like, yeah, but has this person done anything that warrants you doing that?
I mean, if you got emotional, are we talking about emotional baggage in a relationship or like
just
what
in
we talking about?
general, just in general and period? Because like you could have trauma from being yelled at as a kid by your parents all the time or one parent, and then have PTSD every time somebody raises their voice. So like if you in a relationship with a person who speaks loud or is obnoxious or whatever, and that's just them.
You shouldn't be in a relationship if you got them type of problems.
Well, that's what we talking about. The question is, can you really start fresh in a relationship if you have all this damage and trauma that you bring in
You
with you?
should technically you should be fixing yourself first before you bring your bullshit to somebody else.
No, I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
the you're gonna sour your relationship with stuff that the person that came to you didn't do nothing. They ain't do it. So uh what's what's the point of getting into a relationship when you ain't worked out your past or whatever you got going on? Chris says he only speaks for himself. He said, I got issues. I don't even know what's normal anymore. Well, we
Nobody knows what's normal anymore. Like, what
Chris,
is normal?
we got the post to prove that you got a couple issues with the women's. I mean, you be going ham on them.
Yeah, you do.
On a philosophical woman, you be going to ham on. Like, the woman ain't even manifested yet, and you be on their ass. You be on their head.
Chris is for no games.
Sincere said people should heal before moving forward. I learned that way too late, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, even with us, like our situation, we had trauma, some more than others, or however you want to put it, but we actually was able to kind of heal each other through it and work through it, which is rare. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely a blessing and a gift when it comes to a relationship, because not everybody is privy to that. So, but I think what it was for you and I is that we were able to kind of identify stuff as we progressed through life together. And we were just kind of like, you realize that you do this and this and this when you do this and this. And like we would kind of point stuff out, but we have a nonchalant way of doing it too. Like it's interesting how we communicate when something's bothering the other person. It's almost like a silent passive aggressive. You might like it. You don't like it?
Nah. I like the red stuff, but not that.
We drank all of that.
Yeah. I like the other stuff. The other stuff tastes better. That tastes like.
Yeah, Chris, and we get that a lot, bro. That's
what Chris said.
He said that you and I are a very rare thing. No, we get that a lot. And that's
are we rare? I mean, like, were you anomalies? Ain't nobody else out there that's like us? Like that's doing the thugdism?
I'm not saying that there isn't. There's not enough of it.
Well, it's not enough that we see. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of relationships out there.
Babe, we work with thousands of people.
I ain't talking about Teamsters. Teamsters.
No. Listen, well, they still people though.
They different though.
They still people though. We work with thousands of people. How many of them people and their relationships do we see look like ours? Look even close.
I don't know. I don't be looking that hard, but I don't know.
Have to. You don't have to look. Listen, let me tell you something.
I don't be like, let me check to see how they operate. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Men who are very well taken care of, meaning that they have a woman in their life that give a damn about them. They look different. They smell different. They walk different. They talk different. They're different.
Oh, they do?
The same thing with women and people who are single or who want that, they smell it.
Mm.
How much of that, or not even single, but people who recognize it too, they go, oh, that person has a good relationship, a good household, a good whatever. And when I mean good, I'm not talking about like people don't argue, they don't fight, they don't get into spats, because that's human nature. That's gonna happen. But like how many people that you walk around and just go, damn, that's a good relationship. They got it this and they got, like, how many do we do that with? That remotely identify with what we share, because we got to admit, we even had to admit that
the ones that I do know about their relationships, I'd be like, ooh, they got it tough. Well, if I'm just only speaking for myself, if I was in that situation, I say they got it tough, but they might like that shit. You know what I'm saying? You never know what people like. You never know.
That's the trauma and baggage that people bring too.
Sincere says it's definitely a blessing having a partner that helps you heal. I was fucked up from my past, and my wifey stuck with me through hell for us to get to our paradise. So that's pretty cool, man. And I commend y'all for sticking it in there and hanging on to each other.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
man.
sometimes when stuff get rough, all you got is each other. You ain't got nobody else to help out.
I was talking to somebody at work today, and we were talking about grace and giving grace and allowing a person to make the transition into changing something that you may not like or they're willing to change for you. And I like I wonder like how many people out there that's watching currently feel like that there's a time limit on grace. Like
I don't feel like it is
right.
because
I think that before you say anything, I think that when you give somebody grace, right? If they are showing you a little bit of I'm trying, you continue to give them grace.
just because you give them grace don't mean you got to tolerate it. The
True.
the Let's not confuse grace with forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like grace is just. I mean, you got people that you work around that you tolerate. That's and you don't bust them in their head. You giving them grace by not busting them in their head.
Yeah, it's been a couple of people that
I mean,
actually.
even in relationships, like you don't be going upside people's head all the time.
Well, no,
They,
yeah, I'm not saying get physical. I'm
looks like we
saying
got one from Chris. Robots will solve this problem. It's coming.
we're still a ways. Actually, Chris, they're already here.
Yeah, they already got them,
They've
man.
been out for a while.
Yeah, they're
Actually,
just in China and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
you can get them.
yeah.
They were here 2022 or 2020
I
2022.
don't know.
Yeah, I think it was 2022 when we first saw him. It's either 2021 or 2022, one of the two.
Sincere says, I learned in therapy that you have to change how you view things. True.
Yeah,
Yeah, perception is reality.
that's where it starts.
Yeah.
It's not you
It's
against them,
yeah.
it's both of you against the problem or the issue. So to piggyback on what you said, Sincere, one of the main things that I started learning was that you have to look at something from many different perspectives in order to completely give it a full thought process and make a decision that
Mhm.
makes sense. Because if you don't do that, all you're doing is thinking with your emotions. You're in an emotional state at that moment. You're going to make an irrational decision based on how you feel. And what you got to understand is feelings are intentional for you, not for anybody else. Nobody can control how you feel. So you gotta go like, damn, I know I'm looking at it this way because I'm in my feelings right now.
So
But let me look at it from this way.
if you dating somebody, should you have to tolerate
Tolerate what though?
baggage? Like if we dating
How do you
and
even know that the person has baggage
you
if you
see
don't have
red
a
flag, the red flags be popping. Oh, the red balloons, red flags, red smoke, whatever you want to
not the
call it.
red balloons?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. They be out there and it be up to you if you gonna disregard them or not.
Not the red
Hey,
balloons.
Auntie, hope you guys are doing
Hey
well.
baby, we are doing well.
Yeah,
Hope you are doing
we doing
well.
wonderful.
Kiss the boys for me.
And
Here go
Chris
Chris.
Chris said,
Yeah, but they can't walk and do much yet. Fully functional is coming. He's talking about the sex robots
"There's a video of
of one giving head. I'm just fucking I'm playing.
there's a video of Elon Musk going to dinner with one.
With
Y'all
his
can look it up.
with his sex robot.
I don't think she do sex, but she was she had a full nightgown on. They had dinner and
This weird ass nigga, man.
well, he married, but he's trying to show
What
the
that
public.
mean?
He's
He
trying to
probably
show the
married
public
to a
that he got
robot.
robots as dope. He said, "Broke bees looking for a come up." Here you go,
There you
Chris.
go.
Here go your baggage
And the baby daddy.
and a VBD.
So
BBD.
East Coast family. So kids, right? Because in our relationship, I came in with baggage, right? He came in with baggage. How did that work for you just based off of that?
It's always a gamble. Uh, it ain't like the Brady Bunch where you put the family together and then everything is straight. It ain't never, you know.
It'll be a story.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be
It's
a
gonna be a
story.
story.
Yeah, but the most of the time, the dating someone with children is tough. Period. Especially if they excuse me, my eye is itching. Uh,
Trust me, I understand.
especially if you got multiple baby daddies and they around and whether they good people or not, that's like a lot of factor. That's baggage that's even uncontrollable by the person that you're trying to date. Like and so most of the time the person that you dating at the time don't even recognize that that's baggage.
That is baggage,
Yeah, this
right?
thing is yeah, we got to get that by you.
You want to just turn it off?
Yeah,
How you just turn it off?
I
Why?
don't know
Why you
how.
doing weird shit?
I don't know how to.
You about to waste the water everywhere? Just turn it off.
Yeah, well,
Or say, hey, baby, turn
weird
that
shit
off.
is what I do.
I know.
Turn
That's
that shit off.
there. See,
Thank
you
you.
ain't gotta say it like that.
Yeah.
Just say turn it off, please. It's bothering me.
Mhm.
See how you do.
Sean, it depends on everyone's level of tolerance of whatever the other person says. Yeah, that's true, sincere. The
Yeah, that's going back to the perception, though.
the real question is that should people tolerate it? Should they say, hey man, maybe you need to?
Or what should you? What should like? How far can you go with the toleration? Like, what's your level of toleration
That's
at
the
that
same
point?
thing that sincere just said. Is however much you can tolerate. What I'm saying is that should people just start forcing people to deal with their shit before they start messing with everybody else?
Some people do, though. Some people do in their own way, by through manipulation and a bunch of other things. They force you to deal with their bullshit, whether you choose to or not. And that's when you got to make a decision for yourself.
Chris said he tired of being used.
Well,
Won't do it anymore. Saving money for sex
sex robots that
robots.
sucks and can clean themselves, and then what?
Chris, why you letting them to your pocket so quickly, man? I mean, like maybe you should slow it down on your end.
Yeah.
Maybe you
So
should do a coffee date or or
which brings me to the next subsection of this topic, and that's like vetting the person long enough to see if you choose. Because here's my thing: if we stop rushing into relationships, because let's be honest, half of y'all or some of y'all, whatever, there's a percentage of y'all, and it's high, that you look at somebody, you like, oh, they look good. First thing you do is you go jump into bed with each other. Now you're supposed to be in a relationship. But now you didn't even give each other the time to see if this person was even worth you being with, even physically. You didn't take the time to see if they could even be a friend. You didn't take the time to find out what they do when they're angry. And that's something that a lot of relationships we don't do. We never say, I need to see what this motherfucker is like when they get mad. I need to see how they handle fear. I need to see, because when you vet a person, that's going to tell you right then and there how far you're willing to go and if this relationship is for you or not. You don't ask the uncomfortable questions. And I ain't saying on the first date start asking weird ass questions, but I am saying ask the questions that matter. How are you with your finances? You know what I mean? Let's find out now, because I don't want to fall in love with you and then realize that you gonna put us in the
I don't know if you should be talking about finances on
I ain't
the
saying the
first
first
time around.
date, but I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, date 3 or 4,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at this point you realize so on day 3 or 4, you realize you like this person.
Well, you usually realize you like him on the first date, but there got to be a little bit of time before you start talking about finances. Like what
I
you should
don't
be
think
asking
so.
about.
And I ain't saying how much money you make. I said, how are you with your finances? What is your spending habits like? And that's what you do. Like, what's your hobbies? So somebody goes, oh, my hobbies are I like to travel a lot. Okay, so that means you like to
It's
spend a
gonna
lot of
come off
money.
the wrong way. You ask the first date. They
How
they
should you
not gonna
ask though?
they not gonna see. You shouldn't ask. They're not gonna see it any good way of light. Period. On the first date, too much baggage will make the plane go down. Sincere says, self care fixes a lot of these issues. Yes, you're right about that.
Some people don't know that they need self-care though. That's the
And
problem.
Nigel also, yeah, the plane can get too heavy
Going straight
sometimes.
down,
Yeah.
bro. Straight
Oh, it
down.
looks like it posted twice on for Sincere. I mean for Nigel.
Chris says, what? Vetting, I can't get past the first meet and greet unless I'm willing to support her and her damn kids. Women don't bring shit to the table. Done with it.
Who you be? Hey man,
Chris,
like
you
Chris, where
need
you
to
be
hang
at,
out.
man?
Where do you be hanging out
You
at,
need to go to
Chris?
church, Chris. That's
No,
where
don't
you
go to
need.
church.
You need to go to church, man.
Don't go to church. All the
Nicole
churches.
Hammond in the building.
What's up, sis?
What's up, girlfriend?
Nicole.
Nigel said, "Peace, treasure, preach."
Man, look. Yeah, Chris, we got to find out where Chris be going. A good rule of thumb is to be around each other for all seasons before moving forward. The good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I'm saying. So the vetting period, and in the vetting period, that's not the time for you to just rape each other consistently. You know what I mean? It is definitely all an interview. It is an interview. And so, and if you don't look at yourself like that, because it's really a business. It's really a business when, especially when you start coming together and getting married and shit like that. Like your problems and troubles become the other person's. So if you don't know what you're getting into because you ain't asked the right questions, you can eliminate a lot of problems. And here's the thing with emotionally damaged people, if they're single for long enough, they're going to start realizing that it's them. You know what I mean? That it's not everybody else that they meet or that they run into, that it's them. And that's when the self-care will kick in. It's kind of when you hit that rock bottom point, you know what I mean? Where you're just like, damn, I can't go nowhere else but up at this point. Down they start to look at their flaws. Because some people they don't think that they do anything wrong. What Chris say? Chris got to get off the internet dating apps. Bro,
yeah,
Chris
I don't know what Chris be finding his girls at.
Every week, Chris
every other week,
out a woman.
every other week he talking about somebody crazy.
We love him though.
And yeah, Nicole, you do have to have those hard conversations.
Yeah, I mean, because what we talking about?
But on the first date, come on, man.
I did not say the first date.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to the public.
Not on the first date. So what? Okay, let's get into it. What are some of the first date questions? What are some of the first date questions? Nicole, you started off.
How are you?
No, you know how are you was before you even went on a date.
Okay, well
how did you even get my number?
What type of work do you do?
I know we already see. That's what I'm saying. Before we go on a date, okay, let's play this out. You meet me, I meet you, right? We talk because there's some interest there. In this conversation, we probably find out what we do for work. Do we have kids? Have we ever been married? The basic shit we should already know before we even go on that first date. We ain't talking about speed dating. I done had a conversation with you. I done talked on the phone because how do we even know we want to even go out? I'm not going to go out with you just because I think you look good. That shit is played. What we talking about? What'd he say?
He said, you read my mind.
Oh, so here come the questions. How long you been in Vegas?
Yeah.
So that's apparently where you meeting them all at. What line of work are you in?
Right.
Yep. First date money talk is like a gold digger question.
Yep. That's what I was trying to explain.
But I didn't say on the first date.
We're just saying, period.
I'm just saying, why y'all even talking about a first date?
Because we're talking about a first date.
No, we're not. We're talking about it now. What are your long-term goals in life? Okay. I like that one. That's a first date conversation. Cashier at Walmart in 50s help. Oh, Chris. You talk to your mama, daddy, parental relationships are flat. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, even with that, though, it can get kind of touchy because let's be honest, there are some relationships that over the years, some of your trauma came from your parent. So as an adult, as you identify with that, in order for you to heal properly, that kind of means cutting off your parent as well sometimes. It's hard to say, but it's the ugly truth. Whether we want to admit to it or not, sometimes you even got to cut them off. So you got to really that one's kind of a fine line. But for the most part, if they have a family, like a big family, or that's a question that you definitely be like, yeah, I want to, how is your relationship with your mother? And then if it gets too touchy, then you can stop talking about it. But you always ask why, and that's where you got to kind of weigh your options, your checks and balances. He said, "I talk. We scared to read Chris's comments. Look, I talk about money on a first date. I ask what she does. Me, I tend to lie about my occupation on a first date. I'm testing her. Yeah, a lot of men do that. Say some old bullshit. I work at the Walmart. He owns the Walmart. My occupation is too revealing when it comes to money. I have to lower myself to conceal my money. Well, here's the thing. You really don't, though. You really don't. And here's why. Does it matter how much money you make if you're not going to spend it on anybody? If you're not going to be played, if you're not going to be a sucker? I don't care about telling people how much money I make. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing for them. Because at the end of the day, what I make is what I make. And that has nothing to do with you. And I think that's the problem where we get into these relationships and men are like, oh, well, she a gold digger, she this, that, and the other. Okay, well, why you still talking to her then? The moment you find that out, it's time to walk away. But instead, you got tricked and you got played and you bought her some shit, and then you get mad because she didn't give you none. And you thought you was gonna get some because you was buying her shit. I'm not saying that that's any of you guys that's watching, but I'm saying that is some of the situation. So you have full control of your money, whether you go in your pocket or not. That's really up to you. So who cares if you make $10? If you make $1,000,000, it's still yours. Oh, that's the way I look at it. What you think, babe?
Shit, it's like
It's
signing a what?
a QB.
Oh, sorry.
No, for real. For real. You got, because they, no, but he said some real shit because in their contracts, they ask questions like, do you have any pending cases?
Well, yeah, you
You
got
know
to
what I
ask
mean?
that stuff when you represent an organization.
You are an organization. Shit.
Yeah.
Some women target the money. Like when Sean didn't tell me what he made. And then even when he told me, I was like, so? I said, I ain't no gold digging type chick. He said, I know. That's why I'm telling you. And then when he left out the door, I was like, wait a minute. That nigga said what? And that was 13 years ago. Chris says, ha ha ha. Yes, sincere. Nowadays, the new one is what kind of woman are they? Is your
Yeah.
date a she, her kind of woman, or are they them kind of? Yo, that was gonna be the next thing. Now you gotta ask for birth certificates.
Man, they ain't gonna tell you that stuff on the first one. They're gonna let you guess.
I've
You're
heard
gonna
horror
be in there.
stories.
You're gonna be there getting catfished.
I've heard horror stories about that too, man. But yeah, I like some of those first date questions, but I think dealing with your emotional damage, it kind of takes self-awareness too. It takes you to go, you know what? I got issues with this right here. I got issues with that. Whatever those this and that's may be. Whatever your issues may be, it takes you to go to be self-aware enough to say, I know what my problems are and I need to try to fix them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And because that's when you start to kind of heal yourself when you go, damn, I didn't realize I do that. Hell, I did it. I went through stuff and was like, I didn't realize I do that. You know, and like one thing about me, though, like I'm the type of person that I will say whatever I feel in that moment. And so I have to be cautious because it may come off to other people as, disrespectful, indecent. They may not take to it. In the same notion, I'm like, man, fuck you. How you take it ain't my problem. So it's like a check and balance at the same time. But I have to decide in the moment of who I'm dealing with, which side I'm gonna play. And I think that's where I kind of get disciplined enough to go, I'm still gonna be me, but I'm gonna make sure that, if a person feels some type of way and they address it cordially, then we can talk about it. And I always tell people, even at work, my favorite line is, if you want to know if I said something, come ask me because I'm damn sure gonna tell you. because that's just like, but those are things that I had to identify with as I got older and, went through life. I was like, oh, okay. Like sometimes I can talk too much. Sometimes I overshare things. And I think me oversharing comes from feeling like I had to always explain myself. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, making sure that I'm not misunderstood. So I'll overly explain and be like, you understand? And the person like, I understood 30 paragraphs ago. You know what I mean? You and gave me a whole ass dissertation. What Chris say?
Chris said a whole lot. He said I put it out there as fast, put it out there as fast on everything. I want to see what they do with the information. I want to know what cards she's playing with. Then the next one behind that, he said, and that's where I find out quick before I get to invested in a woman and lose too much and lose much or
Well, and
whatever.
that's called vetting. You know what I'm saying? You're actually taking the time to find out who this person is. I think that
What
it's a
part is he
cultural
talking about?
thing.
Cultural thing.
Yeah, what part are you talking about, Sincere, that you think it's a cultural thing? And what cultures are we talking about?
He said, "Yep, that's OG legit, treasure. That's why I always drawn to you from the moment I met you. Real."
I appreciate you, man. But you know what I get? And that's not that people will say it, but the look on their face says it. They're like, "Oh my God. Oh, she's assertive. She's aggressive. I can't believe she said that. I'm scared of her." You scared because I'm telling you the truth because these other motherfuckers is gonna sit here and shake their head and nod and just okay you to death and I'm not. Like, don't ask me a question that you're afraid to hear the answer to. And because at the end of the day, I want you to be direct with me. Let me know what I'm dealing with. I have stupid friends. I do, but I still love them. I'm not going to say, "Oh, you stupid. I don't want to be your friend." You know what I'm saying? Like, I got great friends. I got people who, you can't invite everybody to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to deal with people accordingly and understand that you dealing with people a certain type of way is also healing for you. Yeah, you know what it is. LA in the building. Being straightforward and real, yeah, sincere. I mean, and that's the thing, like, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but like I know I've had a lot of women be intimidated because of how I'm kind of just like I just say what it is. I've had men say that. Like you get intimidated. You're intimidating, period. So just from your stature. And that's something you've been dealing with your whole life.
Yeah, I never understood the weakness
Of the mind.
of people's perception of how people think that people are. The I don't know. The people are weird. They just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Nigel said, "Yeah, I love my stupid ass friends too, for real, and family. No, for real, like that ass. That's what it be." He said, "Look at all these fake ass people here in Vegas. I'm not used to that. I didn't grow up like that."
Well, Vegas is fake.
Yeah,
Vegas is built off of fakeness.
yeah.
We make money off of fakeness.
I mean, and the thing about it is, it's a melting pot. You got so many people from so many walks of life who come here. So it's a transient town. There's somebody always passing through. I was just talking to a lady today at the bagel place, and she has been here. She was born and raised here, but her people wasn't, of course. But I told her I've been here since 2008, and I can count on both hands now how many people I've met that actually are born and raised here. There's not many at all. Ramon is in the building. What up, Ramon? Welcome back. Don't break my shot glasses. Thank you for getting them for me.
Yeah, the dealing with the baggage of somebody else is pretty much the choice of the person who they trying to be with. The
That's what we getting at.
you can't be if somebody don't want to deal with what you got going on, you can't be upset. A lot of people get upset when you tell them, you know what, you're a nice person, but this whole situation is just
It's
not for
just
me.
not for me.
Yeah.
And that brings me to like, my energy with people. Like I'm big on energy. I can love you from a distance. If you're offended That's not my problem. Your offense has nothing to do with me. I still love you and your offended ass. But if you're projecting energy that's not for me, because I'm in a different space, I can't have you around me. Because energy doesn't dissipate, it transfers. And I'll be damned if you transferring that energy onto me or anybody around me.
Sincere says, where you grow up, how you grow up, around the people you grow up around, being straight up is appreciated and expected from everyone. But when you're dealing with others, it comes off brash and disrespectful. People feels it's all well. Seems like the more west you get in the United States, the softer people get.
Well, it's the time too, because like let's be honest, 20 years ago it wasn't like this. 30 years ago it wasn't like
No, it
this.
wasn't.
It's like it's almost like they're the when I say they, I'm talking about the higher beings that run shit.
Thanks for the cigars, buddy. Appreciate it.
They oh snap.
He said one of them got broke, but
Did he really?
that's what he said. Said one of them
Oh,
broke, but he got me some cigars.
oh, it's all good. Thank you.
Thanks for the cigars, Ramon. I appreciate that.
Um, Damn, what was I saying? We was talking about people being this feeling like they soft and shit. Like when I say the higher beings, I'm talking about the people who run stuff, you know. They have created this whole space now where a kid laughs at another kid on a joke, that's bullying, right? We are being turned soft. Kids are not supposed to get their ass whooped no more. They supposed to be made to be put on timeout. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be honest. If I was the type of kid, I wasn't a bad kid. In fact, I really didn't get into trouble. But I think if my mom would have put me on timeout, I probably would have laughed. I'm like, you serious?
I don't know too many people that would put on timeout.
That's what I'm saying. Like we got our ass whooped. And sometimes you need some sense beat into you. So like the people getting softer today, that's being created. And then it's being subconsciously programmed into people. They're telling children to call the police on their parents. Bro, what the fuck? They're telling kids if your parent beats you, you can call 911 and report it. What? Like that's the type of thing when I say being programmed.
I don't mind if they call them,
I'm
but
gonna beat your ass till they get here.
just make sure they take you with you.
Yeah, because you can't come back.
Yeah.
You will not come back. Chris says, I don't know, Sean. I come from West. He said it. He yelled it out.
Yeah.
And in LA County and motherfuckers where I'm from don't give a damn. They are straight up about everything being legit. When I was growing up, like the most sought after thing. Well, that's what I'm saying. We come from a different time.
But that was 30 years ago, man. What we talking about is right now. And damn near half everybody at eight out of 10 people is chicken noodle soup, man. Wet sandwiches.
Yeah, it's so many emotional people. Like,
and I ain't talking about burritos or whatever the hell you call
that's why, like, the job that I currently have, that's one of the things I like about my job. I could never have a regular 9 to 5 job. It's not gonna happen. I can't do it because I need to be able to cuss you out and walk away and nothing happens. Because that's letting steam off. You do some simple shit. I'm like, what is, I'm gonna say something. And sometimes we do that.
Yeah, we got whoopings growing up, sincere. We got some whoopings.
I remember one whooping, boy, when I poured that water out that window and that lady busted her ass when she hit that water. Shit was funny, but it wasn't funny long. Then I got made to get in the tub.
He said, "Mom's told me to call the police, and when they
they'll have a reason to take her." No, for sure. Because I'm gonna be like, nah, if I'm going, I'm breaking some shit on my way. I ain't gonna kill you, but I'm gonna make you wish you was dead.
He said, "I get that, Sean," but he said,
but the only women I even want to talk to are in their 50s or possibly late 40s. And what's wrong with that, Chris?
Well, the problem with that is that they toe up. The 40 and 50-year-old women is pretty much toe up. Yeah, Pat, wet sandwiches, homie.
And Pat is in the building.
Jordan, I know what you talking about.
So, Chris, what's wrong? Well, hold on, because I want to still know where Chris is meeting these women.
Yeah, Chris, where you find? Go on and spill the beans, man. Where you finding these chicks
He
at,
said, well,
man?
women from that age come from my time. Because, Chris, you're not that much older than us.
Yeah, what is he? 50? 52?
I don't know if he's even that.
Chris, you
I
52,
think Chris
Chris?
is
Or
50,
49 or
maybe.
something like
Chris
that?
might be 50.
Yeah, you might be just turning 50,
Yeah,
right?
you might be 50.
51.
51.
Yeah.
So you're not that much older than us, Chris. So, like, what's wrong with a woman in her 40s?
Where you
Or
meet?
her?
No, let's go back to the other question. Where you meeting them at?
Yeah,
Where
that's
you, Chris?
where you mean them at,
Chris,
Chris.
where in Vegas should you not go
Uh,
since you didn't seen them all?
Because evidently, wherever Chris go, they go from women to bitches in the same night.
Yeah, Chris be having problems.
Chris
He
be
can't even
like,
he can't even get past the tater tots.
man,
The
Chris don't even get to the questions. Say Chris need to go on Christian Mingles or something.
That's what I said.
Get you a nice
That's
wholesome
what
girl.
I said. Hold on, let me take time to appreciate the people that sent us some likes and loves and hearts and stuff.
Go and shout them out one time
Mark
for the one
Jones.
time. Mark Jones in
Is
the
that
building.
Sally Ann Verde?
Sally Ann Verde.
Pat
Yeah.
McGinnis.
Appreciate you, Pat.
Val LA Artist Warren.
Yeah.
Was that Debbie Gray and Chris?
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
man.
y'all for hitting us the like. When you guys press the like button when you come in, it helps the algorithm push it to other people. It just helps out. So when we like to shout out you guys who had put their name. Sincere, thank you for the like, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Cuzzo.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Chris says, I have met women online. I have met women on Vamped.
What the hell?
I have met women at church.
Okay.
And what happened, Chris? I have met women at the market.
Okay.
I have met women on Fremont Street.
Okay. So you done been everywhere.
I have met women on meetup groups.
Yeah, you done been
Chris,
everywhere.
every bitch I meet
Oh, there here go to be.
is on drugs.
Here go to be.
Is mentally ill and broke as fuck.
Wow, damn. Chris, sorry to laugh at you, bro, but
I'm
that
sorry,
shit's
Chris.
funny.
I'm sorry.
What Ramon got to say?
It's just a lot of women in general. It doesn't matter where they come from or their age. It's a mindset. I'm in the same boat as Chris.
Yeah, it can get scarce out there.
And that's the emotional damage we're talking about. He said, Pat said Vamped is a bar.
Oh,
Pat
okay.
would know.
Pat, how you know what a bar at? How you know that? How you know what he talking about,
him and
man?
Chris probably met the same chicks. No, Pat been in a long time.
Val said, hey, fam. What's up, Val?
What up, fam? Oh my God. He said, I have to search high and low. Las Vegas are crazy, broken drug addicts. Listen, Chris, let me tell you this. I have horror stories when I first moved here. The dates that I went on, dude, I gotta be careful because like one of them still is online somewhere, and I recently saw him. But I had the most craziest situations with dudes, and so I understand that it is difficult in the dating scene.
Charlotte Moore in the building.
Hey, Miss Charlotte.
Thanks, Jordan, for the
good evening,
for the like, homie, or the love. I appreciate you.
So I
Vermont,
know.
thank you for the like.
I know that meeting people is difficult, but that's what we're talking about. It's the emotional damage, the trauma, all this shit kind of goes hand in hand when you meet a person. And so it's like, how do you identify and how you deal with it? And can you start a relationship fresh like that? And I think what the consensus says is get your shit together before you do.
Sincere said, go down south and find you a nice Southern belle. For sure. Southern hospitality.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He said, I gave her a treasure. I'm saving her
for a sex robot. Fuck him.
Come on, Chris.
Chris, what's she gonna look like? How tall is she gonna be?
Oh my God. We is not building a robot right now.
Build Chris a robot.
Yeah, get you one of them down home traditional girls from down south, man. Somebody know how to cook some grits. Get you some cheese grits.
Yeah, because Chris like grits.
Get Chris you some of them cheese grits.
Yes, and
Jordan said the Southern Belle is a hoe.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I think it's just the time that we're in, man. People think like a lot of these chicks be thinking that this shit on social media is the way to go, not understanding that these women, a lot of these women are doing this shit so they can make money. This is not how they really are. Like Cardi B ain't really out there thoughting it like that. Trust me. She even said it herself. Some of the shit that she's done, she kind
Ain't
of
none of
regrets
them
doing.
artists doing
Nah,
all the songs they sing. They talking
nah.
about we don't need no man, and then they going right home to a dude and cooking grits in the morning on Saturday, and making eggs and bringing orange juice.
Prime example, Beyonce ass when
Right.
she was with whatever song that was, and everybody was
Lemonade, the
like,
Lemonade record.
yeah, but it was
Yeah.
another one before then. Everybody was like, wait a minute, bitch, you married with kids. Like this does
Right.
not apply.
Really married.
Like for real married. Like whole ass family married. Like you got to understand a lot of this stuff.
Ramon said
is
he
for
going
money.
back to the Dominican Republic to find him something.
It says I have lost faith, but I'm going back to the Dominican Republic. It seems a lot of people be going out there, man.
He said, I want a sex robot,
Short, thick, big ass, big titties, and a big ass menu that she can cook.
Well, hey, Elon, there you go. Hook him up.
Elon Musk.
20,000, 20 racks. You got
And
you a
Chris-
whole thing.
And Chris said Chris probably got about half of that right now.
He got it all right now.
And I believe he do.
He got
too.
all of it.
A hoe is okay if she just a hoe behind closed doors with the man and the woman outside in the street. But they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Well,
or can you? Y'all fellas chime on in.
You can have him clean a house.
I wouldn't even have a hoe do that.
He said, I'll pay full price for a sex.
My cheap ass don't ever pay full price for anything. I can see Chris going, I'll just take
crazy.
that one.
Chris crazy.
If Chris come over here with a sex robot next 4th of July, I'm done.
Charlotte Moore sent us a love.
Appreciate you, Miss Charlotte.
Or a like.
Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Tell a friend every week to chime on in. Let's get them numbers growing, man. We got a lot of stuff in the flames.
You can. I tried.
See what I'm saying?
You tried what?
Try turning the hoe into a housewife.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, that's no good.
Don't do that. Because let me tell you something. A hoe has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? She has to be rehabilitated first.
Ain't no way.
You can rehabilitate a hoe?
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
They always got hoe ass tendencies.
She's doing hoe ass tendencies. Why you think you take a hoe to a hotel? Hotel everybody.
Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend,
man.
that'll be putting your money in the wrong areas for your
Man, y'all not giving the
investments.
hoes no type of like
Nope, they gets no love.
they out there in them streets like, oh my God, I'm not gonna ever be.
They get a pimp named Slickback. That's what they
Listen,
get.
hoes, y'all can be great one day too. Just get your shit together.
He said,
Rehabilitation.
What did Chris say?
You clicking too much shit. I'm supposed to read it. You know I'm already having eye problems.
Get you a chick that needs
a green card and don't speak English. That's not Americanized.
Right.
And then she's gonna be like, "Fuck you, Eddie."
You're gonna need a translation
Eddie, I can't
app.
have Eddie.
Chris, sincere, get you a translation app so you can understand what she's talking about.
And then how do you date a woman that lives with a 30-year-old son in her house?
Well,
I'm 51.
we wouldn't.
I try not to be too proud.
I wouldn't do that.
Damn, I refuse to be cock blocked by a grown ass man.
I wouldn't do that.
He said, you can't take the hoe out the hood, but you can take the hood niggas up out the. Jordan, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean,
we're
I guess.
Giving out complimentary chastity belts.
What's all Christmas. You hoes that are out there listening? Jordan says.
Yeah.
Y'all off the chain, man. So I guess to sum it up for the most part is, can you start afresh in a relationship? Yeah, you can, but work on you and understand that you may have some shit that you got to deal with and let that be known.
Fix you first before you go jumping in somebody else's crap.
Ramon says, I travel a lot. The mindset is all around the world, not just here in America.
No, everything follows what we do first. We the first ones. We pioneered and everybody else follow behind it.
But again, it's like the world we live in today, because even me being a woman and hearing some of the stuff that I hear other women say, I'm just like, I'm floored. And that's what makes me feel like something's wrong with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, do you not hear yourself? Like, I really be feeling like something's wrong with me. Because I'm like, I should be on her side. I should be on her team. We're women. We're supposed to stick together. But sometimes I just be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You sound ridiculous.
Yeah,
but how do I say that without her being butthurt or offended?
Why you care so?
Well, no, it's not necessarily a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Why you there?
God damn. It's not necessarily
Hoes don't get no passes. They hoes.
it's not necessarily a hoe per se at the moment. It just could be a woman talking about, a relationship or why she's not in one or why she's single or whatever. And I'm just like, but if you heard what you said, I could tell you why you single. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how do you try to help people see that they're the problem so that they can start working on themselves to be able to fix themselves so that they cannot be the problem?
Oh no, I don't want to be that guy that has to help a motherfucker see what the hell going on. Like, I'd rather have someone else do that.
And I'm not saying I want to fix and save people. I'm just saying, like, I come across a lot of people that like pick my brain.
Sincere say a hoe gonna be a hoe.
And
a hoe when hoeing is an option.
Is an option.
You right, Sincere. That's for sure.
Y'all hoes hear that?
Right. Since you can say just like
man, listen, bro. I'll be trying to like you can tell that sometimes I'll say some shit and the women be like, and I'm like, but listen to what you just said.
Ramon said you're gonna get grease balls fucking these rooms.
I'm done with y'all.
Chris, that was for you. He said you're gonna get grease balls.
So done with y'all.
Ramon said you're gonna have 40 weight in your drawers.
Straight WD
40 weight. 30 weight SAE.
Chris is serious too. And he gonna show up at the house with that damn
Chris, if you come to the house for 4th of July with Miss Robot, you going home, man.
What you gonna name her, Chris? I just want to know her name.
You going home, man.
I want to know her name. What you gonna name her, Chris? This gonna be good. It's okay as long as they work, Ramon. I'm good. Nah, Chris just want her to cook.
Yeah.
And have a big ass.
Yeah.
But you can't slap. No, they do. You can slap them, huh? Because they ain't gonna be like metal.
No, they got skin. Like if you look at the video with Elon Musk, it looked like she got real latex skin or whatever. She looked real. Her name is what?
Bleach.
That's crazy. Bleach.
My Google was in the background like, what?
What the hell?
Bleach.
Yeah, the Google was Bleach? Like, what do you say?
Her name will be Bleach. What the hell? Chris, I'm done with you. Come take a trip with me to the Dominican Republic. All right, Chris, there you go. Ramon said come roll with him.
Yeah, y'all can go to the Dominican together and just run through the forest of women and just start picking up stuff.
Until you can't bring them back to the States with you, though.
That's going to cost you.
Well, not only will it cost you, but guess what's going to happen when you bring them back to the States and they be around them hoes?
Yeah, you're going to have to leave them in. You're going to have to move to the Dominican.
In the house. Yeah, you have to move out there.
You're going to have to move
or you're going to have to have her in the house. She's going to have to be a housewife for real.
He said,
no, it's bleach.
Not bleach. That's crazy. He said herpes will come with you.
From the Dominican? Oh God!
Yeah, they got herpes and stuff down there.
It's bad like that.
Well, they doing the thug thizzle down there. It's almost like Texas, Texas and
Texas and Atlanta.
Texas, Atlanta, and Dominican Republic got the same stats. So I mean, at least put a saran wrap on your stuff. You know what I'm saying when you're down there.
Hey, listen. Hey. I mean, everybody got herpes, but not like that, I guess.
Go to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is beautiful, boy. I'm telling you, I can't wait to go back.
So I will be able to afford it.
Yeah, because you're going to go with your robotic bitch. Biatch.
Y'all crazy,
Some of the beautifulest women I've ever seen, and they're traditional. Really?
Well,
I can see that.
Well, good.
I can definitely see that.
We almost coming up on the questions in a couple seconds.
Yeah, man.
What y'all got questions for? Let me put the banner up so y'all can.
Man, the Puerto Rico is the shit.
With the like, subscribe, and share banner.
He's just finding all the buttons, so he's happy to see what they do.
Go ahead and hit us with the questions. Somebody in the comments.
Yeah, because we wrapping this thing up. We got a real busy schedule over the next couple of weeks. We got to.
He said Vermont love Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is beautiful, man. The people are beautiful.
You might as well go on and buy you a place out there, man, and stay.
I'm gonna definitely get a spot out there. I'm gonna definitely get a spot out there. Puerto Rico, I love Puerto Rico. I'm gonna go back.
Go on and get you a place out there, man.
Well, I said he going back to the DR first. To the doctor. Do you know any women around my age that have their shit together who want a 666 man?
What's the six six
What's a
six?
666 man? A human?
What's the 666 man? He said can't afford it right now.
Oh, to buy the property? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, stack your chips up. Stack your chips. That way
My
you
dream
can
is
go.
to go to Puerto Rico. Wifey told me I can't go.
Why
not?
You on Puerto Rican restriction.
Why you can't go to Puerto Rico?
She said he ain't ever coming back.
Chris.
He said 6 inches, 6 figures, and what?
6 feet or taller.
Chris, man, you something else.
Chris be putting his whole profile out every week.
Yeah, you something else.
Every
bro.
week, Chris. We fucking love you, Chris.
Any questions for us, guys?
Yeah, because we finna wrap it up. We got shit we gotta go do. He said she think I won't ever come back. You'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
You'll come back. But you might be out there a while, especially if you got an open ticket.
Yeah.
The water is nice. It ain't nothing like being in the water while it's raining. It's great. I went horseback riding on the beach out there. I had a great time, man. Puerto Rico was cool. The people are just awesome. The food is off the chain. Couldn't really tell you what it's like now that I don't eat meat, but yeah. Chris said, like I said, 150 grand for a sex robot. I can afford
it. Chris, you crazy, bro.
Well,
that's why we love you, Chris.
He gonna introduce us to biatch,
right?
Or bliatch, the next 4th of July. What's this here say? I'm gonna look at more than water.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why she won't let you go, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You getting in trouble already. If enough men like me do it, maybe women will take notice. The 666 men are going their way on their own way.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that a robot, honestly, could. Ramon, I'm done with your ass. You better put a life jacket on. He's not got hit by a low wave, damn near drowned. Why I could see him rolling. Robot. Holy shit. He made me lose my whole train of thought just now. What was I about to say?
I don't even know.
I was gonna make a good point too. He totally destroyed it. I could see him rolling.
Said, well, hope you didn't get hurt and you had fun.
Oh my God. Hey, some of y'all, I'm gonna be hitting y'all up. We got a video shoot we're doing in December. And I'm gonna be announcing some stuff on that. What you reading? I forget the name of it, but I'll text it to you. But I'm reading it's a fictional novel, actually. This lady just wrote this book. I went to a book signing recently. She's a local author, and I just purchased 3 of her books. So the one that I'm currently reading is kind of about spirits or spirituality and deities and things of that nature. And it's like this one particular deity who is he doesn't know that he's like special. He knows he's special, but he don't know how special he is, and his aura and stuff around him. So he's kind of going through the world in the human form, trying to, get to know himself and what he's capable of and some other stuff. But so far it's pretty cool. I done took a break on it because of my schedule. My schedule's a little hectic right now. And like stupid hectic. I'm talking about we really didn't have time to do this show tonight.
The Algebra of Wealth. Simple Formula for Financial Security. Scott Galloway.
Pick that up.
The
Algebra of Wealth.
Yeah, different way of looking at how to make more ducats. But
What said no shit. I lost my shoes and glasses and rolled my big ass up on the shore.
Yeah, man. Sometimes You find out that that nature is stronger than you.
Listen, I do not fuck with the water. That's the one thing I don't even play with because I know water is more powerful than
It's
anything.
probably gonna slow down around what end of November, going into December.
Well, no, yes and no. This time right now, Chris, is the time we start picking back up, and then we'll slow down like he says, the end of November, earlier part of December, just a little bit for most people. Not for him and I, but after that, middle of December, all hell breaks loose, like right after Christmas. So, our slow season is the summer months. So but for us, we have to travel. We have a show that we're doing in Spokane. We have it's a 3-day festival, like a Lollapalooza thing I'm performing at. So I'm preparing for that. And that's next week. And we're gonna post those flyers and shit next week too, just for love. So,
Sincere, you got a 313 area code? I got more
probably.
than one Sincere in here. I should have put your whole name.
Yeah, then there's CES. Yeah, once the beginning of the year come, all hell breaks loose till June. So, but we still make it happen.
Yeah, that's him. All right, cool.
He like, yes, sir. But yeah, man, we gonna wrap it up. If y'all got some more questions, y'all hit them up in there real quick. Next week, we gonna have a interesting ass topic of some sort. Unless y'all come up with something y'all want to specifically talk about. Cause we got to get in the studio. We got photo shoots and some other shit. We got to do it in the next 48 hours.
Love you too, Jordan. See you next week. If you got time. I know people be busy. So see y'all next week.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us every week. Those faithful watchers and listeners, thank y'all for bringing a friend. It's just gonna only be more fun and exciting as these weeks progress. And
y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Appreciate you, Chris.
And tune in every week, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m.
Hump day.
On Hump Day, y'all. Hump Day it is. Y'all hit us up every Wednesday night, and we'll check y'all next week. I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams, and I'm tired.
Oh, damn. Is that really how you feel?
Sleepy.
I am Treasure Cheltenham, and I, too, am one of the hams. You are watching, you have listened to The Ham Show.
Yep. Y'all, this is The Ham Show. Y'all chime in every Wednesday, 8 p.m. See y'all next week. We out.
And then there was none.